What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And today, it is time that we discuss, in my opinion, the most underrated governor in America. Now, let me be clear. This doesn't mean there's not other good or underrated governors. This is just my opinion on who I consider to be the most underrated governor. And well, this is her first term, and you could probably guess who it is. Yep. It is Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders from the great state of Arkansas. In my opinion, she has been one of the best governors in America since she took office. And she's only been there for, 3 months at most? She has been basically perfect on every single thing. And we're going to go over some of the bills that she signed so far. And overall, how great of a governor she's been. I mean, my opinion, she's probably the best governor of Arkansas since her father, Mike Huckabee. Well, we all know we're big fans of Mike Huckabee on this channel, and I don't usually give praises like that to governors, but we got to go over and why I think she has been a very good governor of the state of Arkansas. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you could join Real American Politics, which is a phenomenal deal, as it helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, that is the best way to support it. Just $3 a month. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, let's get into it. So, many people are going to say, oh, somebody like Kim Reynolds from Iowa, she's the most underrated. I think before 2023, she was the most underrated. But ever since then, more and people are starting to realize she's a damn good governor of Iowa. But you also take into fact that Sanders just became governor of the state of Arkansas. Not enough people are talking about her, in my opinion. And while her record's been great. Now, as many of you know, she was the press secretary under Trump for a couple of years. I mean, it was from July 26th of 2017 to July 1st of 2019. So, some of the best parts of Trump's administration was during when Sanders was the press secretary. Now, of course, her father was the great governor of the state of Arkansas. One of the better governors Arkansas has had in recent years. And in my opinion, one of the best presidents we never had. This guy, if he would have won 2008 or even 2012, which there's a story why he didn't run in 2012. If he ran the primary in 2012, he would have been the president. He would have beaten Obama. This guy is a true conservative, not some, I'm going to bend my knee to the, LGBT stuff. No, this guy was gun-ho on it. He wasn't some crappy fake moderate like Mitt Romney and those other losers. He was a true conservative. Now, that's, in my opinion, the big reason why Huckabee Sanders won this race, which sucks because she was actually a good governor so far. Now, why? Is she a good governor so far? Well, I think everybody knows about the biggest education bill we have signed this year for any state. The LEARNS education bill. This is about the only thing people talk about with Huckabee Sanders. And people don't seem to realize this bill is one of the best pro-school choice bills in the country. People talk about it, but they don't talk about it enough. Let's look at it. Between the lines, this means a voucher system allowing public money to be diverted from the public school assigned to a child based on their residence where they go, whether public, private, or homeschool. Private schools participating in school choice must perform year-end student assessments, background checks on all employees, and may only employ teachers with at least a bachelor's degree. Now, the last part, I do agree with. You need to make sure the teachers... Now, I disagree with, every job being education, but this is a situation where you probably want to make sure this teacher knows how to teach. If approved, unlimited school choice would start in 2025-2026 academic year, including unlimited charter schools, but the current statewide limit is 34. That's a massive W. Unlimited charter schools, a lot of school choice, and making sure the private schools participating make sure the teachers are at least qualified. That alone is a massive W, but it goes far beyond that. And it adds stuff that I personally support with teachers. A minimum teacher pay from $36,000 annually to $50,000. Yep, the annual salary must be $50,000 or greater. Now, people are going to say, oh, well, the teachers, they get the pensions and stuff. Yes, I understand that, but you still got to admit that even with the pensions, they're vastly underpaid. I'm not defending the teachers for anything, but there are a lot of good teachers in America still. There's a lot of crap ones, but a lot of them, they're vastly underpaid. Let's be real here. Now, old teachers that would receive at least a $2,000 raise, so those that don't have the minimum or below the prior minimum, they would get a bonus either way. Districts no longer have to pay more based on education level and years of experience. Yeah, thank God. I never understood, we're going to have to, pour millions or, hundreds of thousands of dollars on this one teacher based on, his education and experience. Which, yes, it's nice to have both, but that shouldn't be the number one reason why a teacher gets paid $600,000 a year. I know I'm exaggerating, but still. Teachers would be eligible for $10,000 annual bonuses for achievements such as growth in student performance, mentoring aspiring teachers, or working in geographic or subject areas with teacher shortages. Another good thing. So, you get bonuses, making sure your students perform good. Wow, this is controversial. Now, this does take into effect that the RAISE Act, which the Democrats proposed, also set a minimum salary. So either way, there was a Democrats proposed a similar bill, I guess, but either way, that's in this bill. Districts will be allowed to expand paid maternity leave to 12 weeks if they pay half the cost. The current policy is 4 weeks. Old state employees who are new parents are entitled to 12 weeks of unpaid leave through the Family Medical Leave Act. The bill seeks to repeal the Teacher Fair Dismissal Act. Teachers will no longer be able to appeal the decision to the school board. It requires all staff to receive mental health awareness training and nurses to get opioid overdose training. That's a no-brainer. With this crisis happening with opioids, this is a freaking no-brainer. Yeah, the nurses should probably know how to deal with overdoses. Schools must also enhance safety by developing plans to increase the number of resource officers and conduct annual assessments. It's just common sense stuff. Now, there's some also good stuff for the students. So it's not just the schools themselves or, school choice. The students themselves get something. Third graders must read on grade level before advancing to fourth grade. Wow. That's a damning thing they did. I did not actually expect them to go that far, but yeah. Look, I can understand, somebody that's been in fourth or third grade for 15 years. I'm not saying that, but if they can't read at grade level like we're seeing in Baltimore, they shouldn't just advance because they are, a third, or because it's elementary. No. Exceptions exist for English language learners and students with disabilities. Yeah, you have to make some exceptions because there's some people with learning disabilities that can't learn at the same pace as others, which is fine. And people are going to say that's pandering. No, it's just common sense that some people with disabilities do learn at a slower rate. All K-3 students in schools rated D or F get access to literacy coaches. Common sense. Parents could apply for up to $500 to pay for approved tutoring services with priority given to students at risk of being held back. This is common sense. Why didn't the Republicans just copy this bill? Just make this the educational platform nationally. This is perfect. 35% of third graders currently read at grade level, according to the governor's office. That doesn't seem much, but that's what it sounds like. Schools must also have math intervention plans for students in grades 3 through 8 who aren't performing at or above grade level. It prohibits classroom instruction on sexually explicit materials, gender identity, or sexual orientation before 5th grade. I would have said further, but that's a great start. Make it before 5th grade. I understand that there's some people are going to say, they need to learn sex ed, but I have my own opinions that it should probably be taught by the parents, but whatever. That's a different debate for a different day. High school students will be required to complete 75 hours of community service to graduate, with some exceptions. Holy smoly! I support that. You should have to volunteer in your community before you graduate. Now, there's probably exceptions like, you have a disability or something like that, but yes, you should have to do something for the community to get that diploma. I 100% understand that. I understand where they're going for that. Now, to say that you must get exactly 75 to graduate, who knows? But, yeah, I agree with that. School districts must offer at least one career-ready pathway for high schoolers in line to state and regional workforce demands. I really don't know what that means, but okay. I guess that means there's some statewide jobs available. And that's the education plan. You see what I'm saying? This is good. This is really good stuff signed by Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Now, that's not all. There was more stuff. There's some really good stuff included. She also signed HB 1419 that requires petition signatures from 50 counties to qualify and measure for the ballot. The previous requirement was 15. Why isn't this a requirement everywhere? Like, you should be required to have every, Arkansas is like, how many counties? Like 75? Or 50, I think it's 50. Whatever. Point is, that's just a stupid thing that was only 15 beforehand, when Arkansas has like 70 or whatever. It should be every county. You shouldn't just have to pick the two populous counties and, the counties with 80% of the people and just get them the science stuff, but the rest of the state, screw you. Yeah, you should be required to go out to the rural committees or communities, get something. Now, there's also some stuff such as HB 140, with removing a requirement for 14 to 15-year-olds to obtain a work permit from the Arkansas Department of Labor and Licensing to be employed. The permits require a parent's signature. I agree with that. I'm not saying, put them back in the coal mines like we did in 1896. I'm not saying that, but, if 14 or 15-year-olds want to work in limited jobs and the parents agree with it, just let them do it. Now, I'm not saying, again, go in the coal mines, boy, you're only 8 years old. I'm not saying that, but, yeah, I think this should be a common sense thing. If the parents allow it, I don't see why the state can't allow it. Now, there's also some things they're also considering, which a bill that would allow a person injured in a gender transition procedure to sue the medical provider in a civil suit. Common sense. I think she passed this already. This is a couple days old, but you get the point. This is good stuff. Prohibit state or local governments from contracting with companies that boycott energy, fossil fuel, firearms, and ammunition industries. Ammunition. The bill passed the Senate and was sent to the House. I don't agree with this. Because here's my problem. If you, like Tesla, don't they technically boycott fossil fuel? I don't necessarily agree with that. If they're talking about, openly, we must ban fossil fuel, yada yada, I don't know if I agree with that one, but I can see where it's like, okay, if you're overtly political, the state should not do any business with you. But if you're just simply like Tesla, I don't think you should just be barred from state contracts. And affirmative action in state and local government. Why hasn't every state done this? So yeah, it keeps going on. These are bills that are probably going to pass. This one also, I know for a fact, did pass. It calls for the creation of a monument commemorating the unborn children aborted during the era of Roe versus Wade on state capitol grounds. Yeah, yes. I think every state should do that because Roe versus Wade was a disaster. Let's be real here. It was, even the legal scholars, even the most pro-choice people that read the ruling understand this was just poorly decided. I mean, the whole gist of it, just look into it, but the person, lied about the abortion stuff and turned out to be pro-life later. It's like, it's a shit show. But luckily, Roe versus Wade did get overturned. So yeah, that is so far what Sanders has signed. It's very good. It is very good stuff that Sanders has signed. The best part, of course, was the education. Make this the national education platform, and you win a lot more states than you currently do. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share it with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.